morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at, well, a bunch of new products, honestly. There's some new decks we need to talk about that are coming out, but first, we need to have a good old chat about the Pokémon TCG holiday calendar for 2024, which, well, I'm going to be honest with you now. We've got an image of the Chen Pao Dangler. This was revealed over on Best Buy. We don't have an image of the promo card. That's a lie. We know one of them. But we've only got one of them. In what world are they showing us the Chen Pao Dangler? But they're not showing us all of the promo cards. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous, and it makes me very sad. I'll get over it one day. But that's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the point. So yeah, things have gone a little bit weird. Now, of course, we knew the holiday calendar was coming. We'd seen a listing for it. But we now have images of the product. And as expected, it features a bunch of Ice-type Pokemon. You've got your Vanillish, your Ice-Q, Iron Bundles on there. Not regular Delibird, Iron Bundle. And then you've got things like Gagoat and Ceruledge because reasons. And then obviously Pikachu, because, you know, this is going to sound obvious, but I'm just going to say it out loud anyway. Pikachu is Pikachu. I found the same product on GameStop, incidentally. They also have pictures of the Chen Pao Dangler. They do not have pictures of the rest of the product, including the promos. Why is this? I don't know, but I kind of wish that I did. So what we've got here is a holiday calendar which is coming out, and it's obviously coming out long in advance of actual Christmas. The release date we have for this is, well, August the 23rd. So basically, finish Worlds, come home, get a holiday calendar. Now, I've done it both ways, incidentally. I have opened every door at once for a YouTube video 2 years ago. I have also done it where last year I got the holiday calendar too late to justify making a video, so I just opened it door by door as I went through from the 1st of December through to Christmas. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I think it is fair to say the best way to do this is to do it door by door. Don't open the whole thing at once. Don't treat it like a booster box. Do one door every day from the 1st of December going on through. That is, and I've had a good, I'd have to say, I've done it both ways. We've had it for 2 years, and I've done it each way. And I believe I have come to the conclusion that, well, no, I have come to the conclusion of what I believe to be the optimal way to play the Advent calendar. And the optimal way to do the Advent calendar is day by day. Don't open it all in one go, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the best way to play the Advent calendar. Now, although we don't have pictures of all the promos, we do have news of what's in there. 8 promos, 5 booster packs, 7 free card fun packs, 2 coins, 2 sticker sheets, a dangler, and a code card. Now, it's like last year. So 2 years ago, the first year we had these, there were 6 booster packs and 6 free card fun packs. Last year, they swapped the ratio to 5 and 7. They've kept it the same this year. My inkling would be, and I feel pretty confident about this, money. It's a cost thing. Real booster packs are a lot more expensive to produce than the free card fun packs. So by changing one booster pack into a free card fun pack, they get to keep it at the same price. They don't have to raise the price of the product. They keep it as a $50 box. That's what I'm thinking. I feel pretty good about this prediction. In terms of the promos, we can see from the back of the box that we are getting Ice-Q. Terra, Fire, Ice-Q. Yeah, that's right. Of all the Ice Pokemon available, they are choosing to give us a Fire Pokemon. Now, to be clear, it is a Fire Terra version of Ice-Q, who is an Ice Pokemon. But I cannot be the only one that thinks it's a little bit weird that they've gone for the Fire version of Ice-Q. But it also gives an excuse to give a Terra Pokemon in here, which is honestly kind of cool. So, yeah, that's clearly what they wanted to do. They clearly wanted to include a Terra Pokemon And that's what they've done. Assume that one of the other promos will be a Pikachu and you probably won't be disappointed. But I can't tell you much else, except, obviously, look at the image of all the Pokemon in the key art of this product. It is exceedingly likely that all the promos are on there somewhere. Cannot tell you exactly which Pokemon are getting the promos, but I do feel pretty confident that, essentially, if it's not on the key art here, it's not getting a promo, and if it is on the key art, you've got a chance of getting a promo of it. So yay! This is another one of those products where if you look at it from a purely numbers point of view, it doesn't represent the best value in terms of packs per dollar or anything like that. It doesn't. I don't think that's a controversial statement. However, if you want something you can open up day by day, this is cool. And as you've seen from the Ice Cube, even cards that are reprints here will have the stamp on. That little snowflake stamp is going to be on all the cards. So even though they're unlikely to be proper new cards, we did have a single Pikachu promo in the first year that was actually a new card, but that was an outlier. They're all expected to just be straight reprints. But the point is they've got special stamps on, which alone makes them different and new, and that's kind of awesome. I will 100% be picking this up because I think this is awesome. I know not everybody will, and that's valid as well. But there are some other products that have gone and been revealed. We've got ourselves some new Deluxe Battle Decks. We got two of them. One of them is going to be built around Miraidon, and the other one is going to be built around Koraidon. Obviously, this kind of makes sense as a pair. They do work very nicely as a pair. Now, I will say the coins that come with the decks are awesome, and we have the full deck list for both, and they are fine. From a standpoint of kind of where they fit, they're not super beginner products like the EX Battle Decks, for instance. We were shown some of them the other day, including, incidentally, a Miraidon version. And they're not League Battle Decks, which are full-on competitive. And yes, Miraidon has got one of those as well. Yeah, people love Miraidon. Clearly better than Koraidon. I will fight for that argument. So the League Battle Decks are these are competitive products, make a few changes, they are legit tournament-winning decks. Your EX Battle Decks are, hey, you've just learned to play, here's a bunch of decks that you can use to rotate through so you can play a bunch of different decks without having to buy loads of cards, deck build, etc. And these Deluxe Battle Decks fit somewhere in the middle. They're not as beginner-friendly as your EX Battle Decks. They're not as competitive as your League Battle Decks. They occupy this weird middle ground, and I will be honest with you, I'm still not 100% sure who these are for. The best I can tell you is, if you like playing with the EX Battle Decks, and you want to knock it up a notch, but you're not quite ready for your League Battle Decks, I suppose that's where these fit in. But that seems to be a very small section of the market. What I will also say is, these are not the first Deluxe Battle Decks. We've had these for a little while now, and they're still making them. And the rule is really simple, right? If Pokemon have made multiple versions of a particular type of product, that tells you everything you need to know in terms of they are selling. Because Pokemon's a profit-making company. If these products weren't selling, we wouldn't be getting new versions of them. So I know there's some people who have been asking, why are these being made, etc. And like I've said, there is an argument that the target market for this is a lot more awkward than the other two types of decks I've shown you. But actually, the deal is really simple. They are selling, and we know that because there's more being made, so they must be working for someone. Now, what you actually get here is 3 EXs. So in the Miraidon deck, you get 2 Miraidon EX, not the good one. This is the dragon version of Miraidon, which, yeah, it's just not as good as the one from Scarlet and Violet. It's not really seeing any play. You also get 1 version of Iron Valiant, which on the release of Temporal Forces was hyped. and hasn't really been seen since. And you can see the other cards you get there, the Dragon single prize Miraidon, which is really good in future box decks. Then you got Iron Jugglers and Iron Hands that don't really see much play. And then in terms of the trainer cards, there are a bunch of good ones on there. Bosses, Orders, Cypher Maniacs, Code Breaking, etc. But then you got random stuff on there like Youngster, which is just not as good. Moving over to the Koraidon deck, you get 2 of the Koraidon. Again, it is the Dragon version of it. I will say it seems better than a Miraidon, but it's still not seeing any play. And then 1 copy of Sandy Shocks, which is, for what it's worth, a legit deck, is seeing a bunch of play. Or at least it's seeing some play in Raging Bolt. And then you've got the single prize Koraidon, which again is seeing play in ancient box decks, which is pretty cool. And you've got the single prize Sandy Shocks, which is also seeing play in Raging Bolt decks. And then you've got the Great Tusk, which is, well, there is a decent Great Tusk as a couple. It's not this one. And then we've got a very, very similar trainer lineup there. These are fine, but they're not great. If you want to get 3 EXs in a deck with some playable cards and some mid cards, these are really cool. But honestly, if you want to learn to play, EX battle decks are where it's at. If you want to get super competitive, League battle decks is where it's at. And these are occupying a slightly more awkward middle ground here. These are $20 decks, and it seems like they are due for release again on the 23rd of August. The holiday calendar for me is stunning and I absolutely love it. That is a product I will be buying for 100% certain. These deluxe battle decks, they're probably going to be a skip from me. I don't believe, and as always, please correct me in the comment section if I'm mistaken, I don't believe they have anything exclusive in them. I believe they are essentially just a bunch of reprinted cards. And there's nothing in there that you can't get elsewhere. But you do get 3 EXs, and you do get a bunch of other stuff, and you know what? That's not a bad start. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these in terms of whether you're picking them up, who you think they're for. Tell me your thoughts, your feelings, your predictions. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.